I'm very happy to say that Wall of Eyes by The Smile is finally out. I've been waiting a long time for this. 2022, A Light for Attracting Attention came out. I was so excited for that. I listened to it. It was great. It has some really good highs and a few kind of lows, but I am excited to see what they're coming now. I've listened to three of the songs from here. Not a ton. I've listened to Bending Hectic a lot, specifically the ending, just because the rock, the instrumental, it's so good. It brings me back to their earlier stuff. I love Radiohead. I've very in depth with it. I wish I could do reactions to the other albums. I might, but I've already listened to them a ton of times. But this, the first time I haven't listened to every song. I've listened to Wall of Eyes, and I've listened to one of the other songs, A Friend of a Friend, but not the most intently. So I'm excited to see what comes from this. I'm going to listen to it all completely through. I got headphones here. I'm super excited to see how it is. I have the volume nice and up because I really want to experience this. I'm excited. This is going to be great. I love The Smile. We're going to start on Wall of Eyes. I'm not really going to be taking notes, but I'm going to be looking at the lyrics just to see, what's up. If the lyrics are there. I don't know if all the songs will have lyrics yet, but I'm hoping they do. Alright. This is A Wall of Eyes by The Smile, which I could rant on and on. I love Stanley Donwood. The art for all of the albums, all of the art for this has been great. I'll watch the music video separately sometime. Another one of the bossa nova tracks. It reminds me of Present Tense. I love Present Tense. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. It's so beautiful. I already said the album title. Well, I have heard this song before. I haven't really felt it and really loved it that much, but I'm trying my best to really feel it this time because I really want to have an appreciation for this. And I do like long songs. I do see that there's no song under 5 minutes in this album, so I'm excited for that. Step yourself in. I love his vocals. It reminds me of my music, which I do make music. I do know that sound that comes in later. It's fun. I do know they have a real orchestra for this, and Nigel Godrich is producing for this. I don't remember if it's him or someone else, but it's the one who produced For a Moonshaped Pool, which is one of my favorite albums of the Radiohead, so I'm excited. It's got a very solid, just guitar. I like the big orchestra trying to slowly come in. I hear the deep ones coming. Ooh, I love sections that just have a ton of little hits of vocals going back and forth. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Is this song in 5/4? How did I not realize that? Ooh, there you go. It's opening up. I like this. I love the little vocals on the left. I do like this. I didn't care for the ending, because I have heard the song before. I didn't care for the ending very much, but I do like when they do silly stuff like this, so. I could tell this album is them having fun so far from the lyrics and the music. They're just trying to have fun and just be crazy. I love it. That was good. Now, I do want to say, somehow I did not know that it was in 5/4, which one of my favorite songs of theirs, You'll Never Work in Television Again, that song is in 5/4. And whenever I listen to it, it's hard for me not to just sing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the melody of the song, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's very fun to like beat with it. It's faster paced, but since it's slower, I didn't even know that it was in 5/4 until obviously you started going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you know, so that's interesting. So I'm excited for the next track because the next track is a new track. What is the next track? Next track is Teleharmonic. Okay, so there are no lyrics for this yet, but I'm gonna listen. This is new, so I'm excited. I can pull it up if I want to. I'm gonna try and hear and figure out what he's saying. Because this is new, this is new. No one's heard this yet. I mean, I haven't. There's definitely an odd sound. It kind of reminds me of an anima. I don't have much to say yet. I mean, the song is long. I mean, they're all kind of somewhat long, so I'm expecting it to slowly build. I'm sure it will. Okay. Baby, baby, baby. Okay, he's getting ready to that jazzy drum in. Okay, he's like. That's fast. I wonder if he's doing this or if he's doing like it's 2 layers being panned either side. It's like super fast, big cymbals, but they're slowly being faded out, and it's kind of reverbed. It's just like a wall of, not even a wall, like an ocean. Ooh, fun. Oh, the bass is in. The bass in. Bury me. Sorry. I should not have done that. Very jazzy drumming. Oh, there's flute in here. That's fun. Flutes are definitely something they should have been using. For their type of music they're doing, for the Smile project, flutes are good. So far, so good. That was good. I mean, there's still a chance for something to happen, so I'll shush. Is that a synth or is that like a melodica or something? Like an accordion? On the right? That was good. I like that. That was good. I wasn't paying hard enough attention to lyrics since they're not on here yet. I could look them up, but I think honestly that was really fun. I mean, I'll probably have to listen to it again to really feel it. I think the simple section first and second time when it happened was really cool. I love the flute. The flute was a really nice touch. I will go back. I'll listen to all these again, I'm sure. I like to listen to albums all the time, so I'll re-listen to this and get more thoughts, but I did like that. I'm excited for what's coming next, though. Read the Room. Oh. He's doing that thing again that he did on Thin Thing. Where he's like putting his fingers all over it. Ooh, okay, I like this. This is fun chords. I like the drums again. It's fun. It feels mean. That's cool. I like that vocal. That was a good vocal. It's fun. I will 100% listen to this. It takes the fun now. Love that. He said he's up in the mic like twists his head. I know it. Oh, that's cool. Those are like the harmonics. That's so cool. This song is awesome so far. It's really cool vocals as well. I love the quietness of the chorus. Yeah, bro. Read the room, bro. Feels menacing. Yeah. This is awesome. This is awesome. Pulling out some actual like riffs. This is good. So far, Wall of Eyes feels meaner than A Light for Attracting Attention. A Light for Attracting Attention seems very subdued, and a lot of the songs, honestly, I kind of skip over, just because sometimes it feels like they're not going anywhere. But these songs really seem like they're traveling a path that they set in place. Like I'm walking on this path. I'm running on this path. I'm running from something on this path. Fucking Wall of Eyes behind me. Yeah. It's like the home. This is building great. This is great. Oh, the echoey vocals. Love that. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tom. The riffs are so cool. It's so like, oh, it's so mean. It's like the song's chasing you, man. Like, read the room. Read the room. Oh, that ends so well. That's such a good little quick end. The reason I laughed near the end is because it somehow sounded like the Home Depot theme. It just did. Just for like a little bit of the riff and the beat, it made me think of that, and it made me laugh because I was like, oh my god, no. But that song was great. Definitely my favorite so far. Honestly, my favorite on the album so far. Bending Hectic has my favorite section, but Bending Hectic for the most part is a very like slow climb to that point. It's not like it's a bad song at all, but that was my favorite before. Read the Room so far is my favorite. I'm so excited for the rest. I hope they pull out some more stuff like that and try out some more, even more unique stuff. I'm excited, and I do really like. I've noticed the layout of the album, the way they put the songs, is it's slowly gets longer till you hit the Under Our Pillows, which is 6:14, and then it goes back down to 4:35 with Friend of a Friend, and then up with I Quit, and then all the way up with Bending Hectic, the longest big climactic song, and then back down with a longer song, You Know Me, which I really like that. So it's like an uphill, climb, down, climb, big song, down, almost down some. So I'm excited. I think it's got a good layout. I'm excited. Next song is Under Our Pillows. Oh, this is starting pretty much exactly the same as Thin Thing. Also similar to how Read the Room started. Johnny is in love with those funny little guitar things. I do like this so far. It's fun. I did see them play this live. I watched it, but not all the way through. So, but usually the live versions don't have all the fluff that comes with the studio versions, like the big orchestra, which the orchestra can really carry a song. I love a good orchestra. Into a rock song, great place. I'm trying to figure out the time signature. What is happening here? Oh, I like that chorus. Dun, 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 dun. This is the only way I can go with the beat here. It can be put in 4/4, but I don't think this is 4/4. It feels very strange. Like it could be in some crazy signature, like freaking 13/12, 13 something, not 13/12. This is cool. There you go. This part's in 4/4 easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I love the drums. I love everything going on. It's very silly, like. The bass is also pretty good in this. Who plays bass? Tom? Does Tom play bass on these songs? They don't have a specifically a bass player. I think he plays bass. I think sometimes keep it coming. Feed me, I'm hungry. Feed me, please. I like this so far. Oh my gosh, please. Please do something cool. It feels like something big's coming. Come on. Don't fizzle out on me. Oh, that's a mean bass. Boom. That's the flute again, I think. They're really bringing this flute in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, you had to hit me like that? You know what? I bet on record. I think that's, yeah, this is the last song in the first half. I'm sure the record stops right there and you flip it over. That's an awesome ending. That reminds me, it didn't build the same way, but it reminds me of I Love You, She's So Heavy. Or I Want You, She's So Heavy, the Beatles song, how it just bigger, and then just cuts off. And I mean, it cuts off because they physically could not make it longer, but I do love how it just, bam, that's it. I love how big that gets. You know, you're kind of like thinking, oh my gosh, it's about to get big. You know, they could have definitely brought in a big guitar and been like, wow. But it was still really good. I really liked, like, I was like almost, it was like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just like this fading out of noise and stuff, which I love that type of stuff. I love drones and this crazy stuff. So it reminds me a little bit of how a hairdryer kind of ends, and then you have a long draw off. I like the way this ended a lot more than that. Honestly, Read the Room, Under Our Pillows have been really good. I'm honestly super excited to see what comes up. I've heard Friend of a Friend. I think it's pretty good. But still got 2 more songs I haven't heard yet, which I am excited for. Alright, time for a 4.5 minute song. The shortest song on the album, which is not something people can usually say. Friend of a Friend. You know what? When you flip over the record, or, you know, wherever you are in it, and then it just starts with this, it's a good little, like, high point, you know? A good little soft song. Which, I mean, that makes sense, because, I mean, same thing with the Beatles thing, you flip it over, and here comes the song, Here Comes the Sun starts, you know? And also, I love piano so much. I love when Tom brings piano in any song. I love piano. Their big piano ballads are really good, songs like these. I can imagine someone in a pub or bar playing this. It's nice. I love it. It's soft. It feels love. Even though I'm not paying attention to the lyrics really. Eventually I will when they're out. I'll read them and stuff. But, like Benny Hectic, I know what that song's about. I read the lyrics a ton of times. I love how the chorus kind of feels like you're like stumbling through on a drunk night. I look like somebody who'd be at a bar right now. And then it opens up with that. That's cool. How did I not notice like the radio noise before? That's cool. It feels like it's in my head. Like, it doesn't feel in the ears. It feels like it's in here. Like, the way the drummer, which let me hold on. Tom Skinner. The way Tom Skinner does his drums is very much like every single piece of the rhythm is part of his fills. He's constantly filling it with toms. He probably has like 30 toms. He's like just constantly filling it, which is honestly really nice. It adds a really nice soft padding to everything. Oh, and the chorus just waste of. It sounds like he's talking to someone, and like on a drunk night, he's just like, "You need to get it out." It's like not a sad drunken night, like a good drunken night. I don't know, because it doesn't. This part sounds negative, but the part 4 sounds positive, even though it feels like you're stumbling. Like a good stumble. You're hanging out with your friends. Oh, I love when it cuts out. I love the cuts. That's a lovely song. I like Friend of a Friend in this listen a lot more, especially in context of the album. I'll definitely love hearing Under Our Pillows and then Friend of a Friend. I don't know how I Quit's gonna be. I'm excited for it. I like the title. I like the title. Just I Quit. Friend of a Friend's really good. I like it more than I liked it before. I like how sometimes it feels like it could easily just be a soft little piano ballad, like some of the songs they've done before in Light for Attracting Attention, but it gets really crazy and weird, which, Radiohead loves putting that spin on everything. The Smile as well, same people. Um, Tom Skinner's drumming is very nice. It's a nice padding that everything lays on top of. I love the saxophones. I love a good saxophone. If you like saxophones in music, you need to listen to Black Midi and Black Country New Road. Those are two bands that have a lot of saxophone and a lot of really cool saxophone. Sometimes really fast and aggressive, but sometimes really subdued and soft. It's really beautiful. I recommend it. I do like a good bit of this stuff. Sometimes I'm not into Black Midi, just because it's not exactly the type of music I listen to, but they're both really good stuff you should listen to. If you like saxophone and crazy fast instrumentals and soft music, loving heartfelt music, along with this, The Smile is a lot more subdued and soft, and I do like their music and the project. I am excited to see what they do in the future, and so far in this, I really like what they're doing. Friend of a Friend was good. I think these 3 tracks, Read the Room, Under Our Pillows, Friend of a Friend, are all good. I think Teleharmonic, it's not like it's a bad song. None of them are bad songs, really, but it's not going to leave as much of an impact on me. I will go listen to them all again, but these 3 track runs have been really good. I'm excited to see what I Quit is like, and you know me. Next track, I Quit. That's cool. Ooh, this is the piano side. Hold on. I gotta pause it real quick. The thing he's doing right now is very similar to the technique I've seen him do on Thin Thing, Under Our Pillows, and Read the Room. That I don't know what it's called, but it's very much like a harmonic thing where he's tapping it. But he's doing it really deep in there. He's got to have some weird tuning. And I just heard some acoustic guitars doing their little squill thing, which some people don't like the sound. I do. This is a headphone trip. You listen to this on a good system, like a good CD system, all around pan. This can be awesome as hell. Oh, I love that. The little ching ching squeak of the guitar. That's awesome. He quit. No more. I love the squeak. No one's really used that for a beat like this. It's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, this song's gonna be good. That's awesome. You kind of forget the piano's there. It just kind of fades behind everything else while everything's kind of padding around on top of it. Oh. This is a great build-up. It's like a Disney movie. There's some cool orchestra stuff going on. Bam, bam, bam. This is so unique. I love it. It really feels like they're like, you know what, we're gonna do whatever we want. Let's mess around. Let's do some crazy stuff. Let's make some crazy instrumentals. Let's have the song fade in for 4 minutes and then let it out at the 5-minute mark. For all I know, this could be the fade out right here. A minute and a half fade out. That's not crazy for them. Oh, it's higher. This actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the song Kid A. Just that higher part happening. I don't really like the song Kid A. This is a way better version of that song, in my opinion. I don't actually like Kid A that much. I'm sorry, guys. Wherever it goes. Ooh, a nice slow fade out. We haven't seen that in a little bit. So, that song was really good. Honestly, I might like that more than Friend of a Friend at times. I think, that was really good. That was all the songs so far since Read the Room have been absolutely solid. I'm coming back to these. Read the Room was so mean. I loved it. Under Our Pillows was just this cool, giant, slowly growing song. Just huge. I love huge. I can really tell that, I don't remember his name. I don't think it's Nigel Godrich. It might be the guy who produced A Moonshaped Pool. I can tell he's working with them on this. and they did this in Abbey Road Studios. I mean, that's great. All a great recipe for a great album so far. I know how Bending Hectic sounds. I'm still gonna listen to it. It's a long song, but I'm still gonna listen to it. It's a good song. I still don't know how You Know Me is gonna be. It's not a super long song, but I'm excited. I Quit was really good. Let me check it out again. Tom Skinner is a perfect drummer for the types of songs they're doing in this album because stuff is constantly happening in a very fast rhythm, and his drum is, I've said it so many times, but it really is a padding for everything else. He's constantly like hitting everything, and everything's just kind of sitting on that, and it really works. It's like Tom Skinner makes every drum beat sound like they're there. You know, everything constantly happening, which I think is honestly a really cool way to work with these songs. I love the piano in that, and I love how it kind of slowly became the backdrop of everything else. It was really beautiful. Alright, on the next song, Bending Hectic. 2 more songs left. I have heard the song before, so I'm going to talk a little bit more while it plays. I want to say, I said I didn't like Kid A that much earlier. When I say that in comparison, because Kid A has some really high points that I love. How to Disappear Completely is probably like my top 3 Radiohead songs. My top Radiohead songs don't even go in an order. I just kind of put them all at the same place because you can't really compare songs that are so different. And I mean, music choice is very much an opinionated thing. You can't really... It's honestly unfair to compare people's music tastes with each other because no one's lived the same life as you. You're not going to relate to music the same other way another person will. I mean, if you find someone who likes the same music as you, that's great. You know, it's good. But, I mean, it's unfair to compare and, you know, send tier lists to each other and be like, oh, you think that's the best? Look at this. This is the best. How can you think that? You don't have this artist? I mean, it's just, everyone's entitled to their own thing, you know? I mean, this song is beautiful. I've heard it many times. I've listened to this, especially the ending. I'll skip to it, but great song all the way through. I mean, really. I mean, Radiohead's not even my favorite band, you know? My favorite band is Phil Elverum. He's not a band, but he's done a lot of stuff on the microphones in Mount Eerie. They're great. It's a great artist. Not even really like Radiohead, but it's still great. Music is about what you feel in your heart. If the music is great, it's going to make you feel something. It's going to be like, it's going to connect with you. So, when something does that, when you find your artist, that's you. That's your artist. It's an amazing feeling. This is a perfect song to drive to. That's a joke. The song's about... I mean, it's still a really good song to drive to, but don't get any ideas! Do not drive off the cliff! Also, I love the bending that the guitar does throughout this whole build-up. It's so fun. And the drums, too. Just the... It's so fast, but so soft. I keep saying subdued, but everything is so... Like, everything's got a blurred layer over it. It's so soft. And really does feel like it's full of heart, honestly. Because the wheel... That first chorus, 3 minutes into the song, I don't have a problem with that at all. Believe me, I listen to long songs. My favorite song, as of now, is a 45-minute song. It's a great song. You might not like it, but I do. It connects with my heart. That chorus really is beautiful, especially when it hits later on. It was really hard not to not sing that. By the way, the song's name is The Microphones in 2020. It's a great song, but I don't recommend you listen to it till you've listened to Phil Elverum's other work, his other albums, especially The Glow Part 2, which is his most famous work, but he's done a lot of stuff after that on his other artist name, Mount Eerie. He did so many albums, so many beautiful songs. My playlist of him is like 10 hours long. You know what? I'll put a link to that playlist in the description if you want to go through and look. It's all in order, time-wise. It's a great great songs. I so recommend you listen to him. And after you listen to that whole playlist, or, listen to his other stuff some, then listen to Microphones of 2020. Because it's kind of like, it came out in 2020. It's kind of like a conclusion to everything. So there's a lot of Easter eggs or like kind of callbacks to his other work and everything about him. I don't even think of it as a song. It's like living. It's beautiful. It really is. I love music so much. Oh my god. The part I'm waiting for. Oh my god. I have to like stand up for this. God damn. I might stand up for this. Gosh, I need them to keep making songs like that. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, I love the squeal at the end. Yeah. That's great. I knew when they made that, they're like, we're a good band. Holy crap, that was good. That was great. It's a great song. I've listened to it a ton of times. It's so good. That ending, I probably looked like I was geeking out on drugs there, but music is a drug. My mind is a drug. My mind is high on itself every second of every day. It's a great song. Nothing else to say. I love the meaning. I love the story. It's cool. It's epic. I love it. Next song. You know me! Whoa. It's glitching out. Before I listen to this, I kind of clicked through just little bits and bobs and stuff, and I did hear that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Bringing the piano back. That sounds a lot like another song. Dun, dun, da, da, da. Oh, there's strings. I think. Cello. Ooh. Little bell. It sounds like a Minecraft song. It just reminded me of a Minecraft song. I'll be honest, I didn't like Skirting on the Surface. I didn't like the closer of the last album. I honestly usually end it before I even get to that song. But if this gets better, it'll be a good closer. It seems like it's gonna get better. This reminds me of a Father John Misty song. Reversed. Got some synth. Oh, that's a nice orchestra. That was cool. I would definitely liked it as it slowly got towards the end. That was a good closer. I honestly think that was better than Skirting on the Surface. I think this album overall it's a different experience. I shouldn't say it's a better experience, but I do like a good amount of the songs almost more. There's certain sections of the last album that I liked, but when I went back to it, I don't know. But this is one that I think I should definitely get on CD. I didn't want to get it because I didn't know if it would be good or not, and I didn't want to spend money on it if I wasn't sure, but I definitely will, because this is good. And honestly, I think that the art for this album has been better than the last one. Which, the art usually reflects the album, especially when it comes to Radiohead and The Smile, too. I have a lot I could say about the album. I do want to make some connections, though. Obviously, it's the same band, but the song Under Our Pillows, very similar to Thin Thing. And I'm wondering, I've heard about negative harmonies, and I'm wondering if they know that, and if they've, made songs that are negative harmonies of other ones. Because the song we just listened to, You Know Me, honestly sounded a lot like Videotape. The piano sounded like almost like an opposite version of Videotape. It was interesting to me. But I want to pull up, not Bending Hectic, I want to pull up Light for Attracting Attention and click on Thin Thing after this song ends. Well, the, the song doesn't here. Let's do a verse then. Thin Thing. I don't know. Either way, I do like Wall of Ice. I mean, let's just take a second to really admire this album cover. There you go. Look at that album cover. It's beautiful. All the other art I've seen for the album is amazing too. I'm sure I've put it out throughout this video. I aspire to do art, honestly, similar to Stanley Donwood. His art, which if you don't know, that's the person who's done all of the artwork for Radiohead and The Smile, and I mean all of the artwork really for everything. And Tom York too. They work alongside each other. He usually paints within the room of the band while they work, which is honestly beautiful. And I think the art represents the album. I think it's the font they use for The Smile is interesting too. It kind of feels like it's been stamped onto a big box to be shipped. But that was cool. Album was really cool. I'm definitely gonna re-listen to a lot of it. I think there might be times where I skip All of Eyes, just because I don't know. I just don't really connect with it too much. And then I'll start Teleharmonic. Teleharmonic definitely gets cool, but Read the Room is where it really kicks up for me. I mean, it's so like, it reminds me of I Might Be Wrong. I mean, it reminds me of them. It's great. I think I would recommend this to people. I hope you like this reaction. I'm closing out the video now. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. This is my first reaction on my channel. If it does well, then it does well. If it doesn't, then too bad. I'll probably do more reactions just because. This is the first time an album's come out by a band that I like where I'm like, hey, I haven't listened to it yet. I can actually do a reaction to this that's a new reaction. I mean, there's other albums by artists I like that I haven't listened to yet. If you want to recommend me an album to react to, then feel free to let me know in the comments, because I love listening to albums, and I'd love to do another video like this. It's pretty fun to do. I get to be a little bit more free, a little bit more weird. I mean, I do listen to music like this anyways, but it's more fun to do it like this. Honestly, if you want me to react to anything else by Radiohead and talk about it and give my tidbits of information, especially by Phil Everham's music, Mount Erie and the Microphones, I'd listen to those anytime, because I love music. I love all sorts of music. And I'll definitely be sure to give my tidbits information, because I deep dive. I know all about it. I've listened to all Radiohead albums all the way through, except Pablo Honey. It's the only album by theirs I haven't fully listened to all the way through. And I like almost all their music. It's great. Same thing with other artists I like. I like a lot of music. But yeah, this album was great. I'm definitely going to go back to it. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Feel free to like or subscribe or listen to my music. I have an album coming out in March. I'm really excited about it. It's something I've been working on for a very long time. It's a huge thing to me. My Spotify link for my artist will be in the description. It's just Dillan Ferguson. It's on all platforms, whatever you want to do. The music, I won't say it's exactly like Radiohead, but it's whatever. Give it a listen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good rest of your day.